put the chat here. Okay, let's see if it works. First ever vertical live stream from the studio. Well, a homemade studio, home studio basically. Hi everyone, it works. I am live, that's great. But for some reason you don't see the QR code above my head. It's bugging again. So probably gotta get rid of this source and add a new one. Just give me a second. Also, I need to listen if I am live there. Yeah. But quiet as fuck, right? Yeah, quiet as fuck. I cannot properly hear myself, so probably need to get much closer to the mic, or mic to my face, yes, something like that. So it should be better now. Now let me add the new thing here. The new? Once again, add it once again, the QR code for our ongoing NAFA truck campaign. Let's see if it appears. Come on, appear for fuck's sake. No, it just... Did you see that? It just moved. It just moved to the Free Azov one, and... This app is a piece of shit. You know, Streamlabs, you don't do a good job and don't fix your bugs. I don't like it at all. This is why I won't recommend to use this one. Okay, let me do it one more time, and then I will go to the topic of today's stream and won't give a fuck either I miss an element there or not. I just don't know. Here, let's see if it will appear. Let's see. Yes, you see, so Free Azov is somehow standing in the way of that second element. When you, I think I maybe know what is the issue. Let's see. Let's try to add the second element. Maybe they don't need to intersect there. Like, one should be totally not hitting the other one. Let's see if it works now. Free Azov and QR code at the top. It should be there. Come on. Everything disappears. Once I... So it cannot hold two elements on the screen at the same time, though it gives the opportunity to add it on the screen. Calm down, Rick. Robert, it was just a bad day, a very bad day today. I am not in a... Yeah, I am a mess today. I am causing a mess, and I just... I got hit another car with a door today, but actually I was not causing it. It was the strong wind that was blowing, and I hit, and the door was blown by a wind, and it hit the car that I was standing next to. So it damaged the car, and I had to pay off my car's behavior. So I lost some money today. Fuck, it is frustrating, and this isn't not the only problem I have today. I have some other problems, and it's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You know, you don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best way is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. So yeah, it's just one of those days. Here's some good old Limp Bizkit for you. And Fred Durst is a fucking Vatnik, so I don't even have the right to listen these songs lately, since I have principles. I don't support the music of those, but this is a song from the past. This is the song from my teenagehood, and it's just like, well, I don't know what it is like. I am what? I want today. I actually started the stream to show you this thing, the wanted. Okay, I'll mirror it so you could read it and you could see it. Okay, I will have to do it here in the streaming settings. Probably, yeah, the video settings. Hey, come on, how does it? It's not a very user-friendly app, like at all. Camera settings, mirror frontal camera enabled. Now it will be hard because I will have to move the things the other way. For me, hard to orient, but anyway, you will be able to read things properly. Yeah, that's basically the right way. Okay, so my friends, also the new investigation of Inform Napalm. They are doing what incredible work. They are the community of you know who? They are the investigators. They are the open source intelligence agency that is committed to disguise and unfold the Russian war crimes. And they are basically operating from 2014, and based on their intelligence, based on their investigations, there were some, the case of MH17 is actually being investigated, being researched. They have proofs, and this case is based on their, on their investigations and research, and their, incredible work. So I recommend you to actually go to the website of Inform Napalm and to do what? To check the new article that they posted today. Let me tell you how it is called. It is here on my screen. No, it's not there, but this is it. Yeah. Sanctions at work. $6 million to maintain Russian Su-30 SAMs stranded. So this is basically an article that proves that investigation of sanctions and not sanctions, but sanctions bypass, and also I hear myself somewhere, but also bringing it to our partners for them to strengthen the sanctions. It works, and it actually gives the results. So this is one of those optimistic and uplifting articles that I would recommend. It's the first link in the description of the stream. Ideally, I should have made a QR code just like this one for this one but I didn't make it. And anyway, welcome everyone who is there in the chat. Hello from New Orleans. Hello everyone. Hello Linda H. Nils Adam. I haven't puked in over 5 weeks, so nothing to complain about, Rick. Well, yeah, of course. I kind of try to. We all live in our reality, and my reality could be much better than yours. But my problems and my bad days, they still seem like bad days to me because I live in my own reality, Hello, Stacey Lewis. Hello, Nikki Hill. Hello, Eric Extrema. Just Jimmy, Alvin Archer, Cheryl, William M. Kennedy, Photograph, Oswald Colado. Well, dust yourself off. You're Ukrainian. What's a dust yourself off? Dr. Tuso is jumping in with 50 gifted memberships. Crazy, Dr. Tuso. You want to test it again? and maybe no need to break it again. Maybe there is a need to break it again. I don't know. You're the best. You're the best. But yeah, here it is. It's broken. I think it stopped giving the memberships out after giving 5 of them. Only fucking 5. That's crazy, man. No, here's the 6th one. Here's the 7th one. No, not broken yet. Let's see if it will give all the 50. But anyway, guys. Oh no, it recovered. Exactly, yeah. What I want to do today is to have some fun. I want to unpack this. Besides, I want to urge you to, call you to action and to read the article about how sanctions actually helped to block $6 million, Russian dollars when they were trying to bypass the sanctions. Let me get back to it and read the intro to the article. So it says next, a major Russian aircraft manufacturer, GSC Yakovlev, is suing to recover the funds lost after the introduction of the Russian sanctions. More than 600 million rubles, about $6 million, are stuck in the accounts of intermediary companies following botched attempts to purchase Western equipment to service fighters of the Russian Air Force. The story has been dragging on for years. Volunteers of Inform Nepal International Intelligence Community have obtained the ruling of the Moscow Arbitration Court in the case of JSC Yakovlev versus OOO Rosavia Aviaspetskomplekt. The ruling was made relatively recently on October 3rd, 2024, and is notable primarily because it reveals details of the problems faced by the Russian military-industrial complex because of sanctions. The documents obtained by cyber resistance activists show the Russians failing to use a scheme to bypass trade restrictions. So how it all works, how it is connected to the Kazakhstan company, how it is also connected to the French companies Thales and Safran, the military companies, because it all started with Inform Nepal's investigation towards the components of those two companies being found in They were found in in Russian Su-30 SM planes. Yeah, it is broken again, Dr. Tuso. So, another refund for you. Also, thank you, Julia Fira, for 5 gifted memberships, and thank you, Dr. Tuso, for trying to break YouTube, or trying for it not to break. I'm not sure. But anyway, guys. So, this is a pack of cards. Here it is. I took them out. Here are the cards. They are the cards created by Inform Nepal, and they have the logo of Inform Nepal there, but it's upside down, so it should be like this. Yeah, just give me a second. Here it is. So Inform Nepal, Ignis Vincit Tenebris. Sorry, it's Latin, obviously. Inform Nepal, the international community who fights ruscism, and I remind you that ruscism is a Russian version of fascism. They are basically they are trying to suppress their neighboring countries, and to invade them and to basically create the new version of Soviet Union. They are not the old version of Soviet Union. They are basically the Soviet Union that hasn't fallen apart yet, and that still will have to fall apart. But I want to get to show you the cards one by one, and cross out those war criminals, those Russian war criminals who are already liquidated and who are still alive. Like the first card here is Volodymyr Putin. But before that, we will read this. This project, it's in Ukrainian. It sounds like this. Даний проект створений командою InformNapalm за підтримки та допомоги людей, про яких ми вам обов'язково розповімо після нашої перемоги. Не для продажу. www.informnapalm.org. So you can see their website here, and I urge you to go and check the latest article there. And not only the latest one, they are fighting Russian sanctions, they are investigating it, and it's important to get that information. But this, let me translate you what's written there. This project is created by the team of InformNapalm with the support and help of people, which we will tell you about, but only after our victory, not for sale. These big letters are saying. So guys, awesome card that says it's not for sale. I'm keeping this one to myself. And if I'm gonna die before this war ends, I will ask my wife to raffle it or auction it, this pack of cards, and you will cross out the faces of the war criminals. Some of you who wins this will cross out those faces when they're going to be liquidated. But let's begin with the first card. I don't know how you call the card, card rank, or how do you, let's actually translate that, because I was never curious. Maybe I was curious, but I never discovered the names of how it is called. Okay. Do you call them suits? Is it that? Suit, color, Guys, do you call them suits, colors, or leers? Please let me know how you call the type of cards. Yeah, this is ace. I know that A is ace, but below that there's the suit, that one in the ace. The suit, but how do you call this black symbol beneath the ace symbol, beneath the A? Suit. So, but how do you call this type of suit? This exact one, the black one, which is like a heart. That is spades. Really? Spades? Okay. So this black one is spade, and this is the ace of spades, and this is the biggest one of them, right? Anyway, ace of spades, spade. Okay, spades. Yeah. So this is the ace of spades, and I know there's a song, Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. Motorhead, if I'm not mistaken, is the band. But anyway, Motorhead, exactly. The worst. This one is the worst. It is Volodymyr Putin, the president of so-called Russian Federation, and Supreme, I'm reading you this text, Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of so-called Russian Federation. This one is still alive, so I'm putting it on the table and not crossing him out. But before I start crossing some of them, I need to take the marker, right? So here's the marker, and let's go to the next one, which is a joker of spades, right? Joker of spades. Is it the right way to say it? Biggest or smallest depending on the game you're playing. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, this is Sergei Lavrov, the Minister of the Foreign Affairs of so-called Russian Federation, and here, Ukraine phobe. So like he has a phobia of Ukraine. It's the last word in Ukrainian. It sounds Ukrainophobe. So, Joker, Jack, a Joker of spades. Is it how you say that? This one is also still alive and actually is getting away. Jack of spades. Okay, Jack of spades. I thought you called them jokers, but obviously they are jacks of spades. This dude is a big war criminal, and he is still he is still unpunished for his war crimes, and his war crimes are propaganda. His war crimes are also and an obsession with cocaine, and we call him a horse. How do you call that? In Ukrainian, vtomlena, a tired horse or something like that. Still breathing, yeah. He's a jackass and a joker, exactly. So this jackass and the joker is still not crossed out. Still putting him back into the pack. Do you call it a pack of cards? Or how do you call the pack of cards? Next one is Yulia Chicherina. I'm not sure if you know this one, but he is a Russian rock singer, musician, Ukraine phobe, and propagandist. She is a pretty dangerous enemy. She's their propaganda. She's ugly deck. Okay, so here's a deck, and I put it back into the deck, right? This is the horseman. Yeah. This one is ugly, and of course, she is also responsible for all the, for a lot of Russian propaganda. So she is a queen, and she deserves to be in this Ace of Spades. Remember her name. Her name is Yulia Chicherina, Queen of Spades. Queen. Yeah, I know that you call this one Queen. So just remember her face. This one someday is going to be in the news, and we're going to be happily observing her, finally being punished for the war crimes that she is related to. Guys, I want to ask you to like the stream because I only see 23 likes. Let me update the page. Maybe it's going to be more. It's 53. Nice, but we can get 65 easily. Easy peasy. Queen of Cruel, huh? Queen of Cruel. Unknown woman. No, she is known. 54. Thank you. Cold Dead Witch. Nice name. Guys, I remind you about the fundraiser we have here. Please scan the QR code and donate to the fundraiser for 4 trucks. It stopped tonight. It stopped, and during the day we had no donations. So if you want to get the awesome patches by donating over 100 euros, yes, that's a lot of money for only one patch. But the goal is pretty ambitious. It's 90,000 euros, and it is. Where did it go here? I wanted to take something, but I forgot what I wanted to take. So I just probably got to get back to the chair. My brain is not in the best shape right now. My day is not the best. I want to whine about it. I want some of your support. I think I wanted to show you the flag that is on the raffle this week, because besides this fundraiser, we have the fundraiser for the car for the 23rd Brigade. And this one is for 4 cars. First, pickup truck for the 3rd Assault Brigade snipers. Second one, pickup truck for the 3rd Assault Brigade's... Oh, shit. 3rd Assault Brigades, who are they? I've already forgot. Shit, I'm sorry, guys. West Side Group, they are the drone pilots. Yes, the second one. Hey, Mr. Kaplan, thank you for 50 gifted memberships. But YouTube is bugged, and probably you're going to be refunded tomorrow because it's not giving those memberships to rollers. And also, Marlon, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. If you guys can use super chats instead of memberships today, this way I will receive the money. But the memberships, they are stuck today. So yeah, also please tell me if you're going to be refunded tomorrow. It's really interesting to research these things and these bugs and how they work. So I wanted to ask you, oh no, tell you that this one, so for for two third assault brigade units, then for a unit, also a pickup truck, for the unit of 59s brigade motorized brigade or rifle brigade. I'm not sure, but 59th brigade, 100%. They are called skiffs, like the people, like ethnicity here that lived here, that they were our ancestors here in Ukraine, skiffs. And they are Vinnitsky skiffs. They are based in Vinnytsia, and they are basically defending our my homeland, Ukraine, in the ranks of the 59th Brigade. Oh, Skiff is also the name of the Stalker 2 character. This is why, because Skiff is ethnicity of the people who lived here in Ukraine. Mr. Kaplan, Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava. Thank you very much for that super chat. Thank you. And please, if you have time for this or you have energy for this, let me know if you were refunded for those 50 gifted memberships, because just research and how it works and just want to know. Thank you, Mr. Kaplan. Once again, thank you very much. So Yulia Chicherina goes back to the deck of cards. Thank you for teaching me that word. Next one is this dude. He is Олександр Дворніков, генерал армії, командувач російськими військами під час російського військового вторгнення в Україну. So this guy, Alexander Dvornikov, remember this face, is a big war criminal from Russia, a king of spades, general of the army, commander of the Russian forces during the Russian military invasion into Ukraine. And the fourth unit, guys, I am talking about this fundraiser, fourth unit from this fundraiser is from Burevi Brigade. They are the presidential brigade, first presidential brigade Burevi, and they are basically they need what? Not basically. They need the medevac. So we're gonna be providing a unit with our first medevac together with 69th Infantry Brigade and Roman Trochimets. This awesome campaign with those awesome patches that we have there is gonna be closed ideally by the end of this year. So we only have 19 days to raise funds for that one. So guys, please, if you have the chance to donate, here are the patches. I'm gonna show them to those who don't know, or maybe who want to see them again. Free Azov, Ultimate Resistance with Roman Trochimets out there as a symbol for me of ultimate resistance, and Javelin patch. So these three patches, you can get them by donating more than 100 euros. Free Azov is dear to my heart. I remind you guys that please get those patches. Please help us raise these funds as fast as possible, because that our soldiers need help as fast as possible. 67 donations before the stream and still no new donations. I will check it later and I come back to the pack of cards. So just give me a second and I will keep showing them the faces. Okay. And also I want to remind you that you can also you can send money to my PayPal to get the tickets for beautiful Christmas decorations. $10 for one ticket. We're gonna do the raffle on Sunday. Here's an awesome penguin. Here's an awesome cat, orange cat, red cat, and here's the Bandera bird, as we call it. The black and red is just colors. They are the colors of Bandera flag. So basically, it's in Ukrainian Snigur. Awesome. These awesome things, and also the flag. Let me show you the flag that we're raffling this week. It's here. Rick is always promoting, because guys, the problem is I need to raise funds almost every day, since the number of requests is growing, and I am just getting really pressured, I think, by the number of requests. Oles called me today and he said, Rick, you asked me if I need money for the operations, and doctors fucked up. They actually made it the wrong way, and my fingers, which I lost, he lost 3 fingers in the attack of the FPV drone. They made it wrong, and his nerves are giving him huge pain, and he needs another operation. So he asked me to raise some funds. I asked him how much. He says, I still don't know. They will tell me the price. I will create the jar. So yeah, there's one more fundraiser for this week. But also Solovey called me from the Blackbeard group, and he needs funds for the car repair. 100,000 hryvnias. I said, sure, we will help you. But of course, guys, it's a secondary fundraiser for 2 weeks. 50,000 this week, 50,000 next week. But it's still one big fundraiser for us. And $2 more should be provided for the fundraiser that we already closed. But it is need to be upgraded, because instead of the drone detector, the soldier with the call sign Fishy, you remember that one? He needs an amplifier of the signal for the drones. So they're buying that one, and for that one we need an additional 7,500 hryvnias, which is a bit less than $200, like 185, I think. So yeah, wow, Tunes has just donated to NAFO campaign's second patch. Thank you so much, awesome, thank you. You accept cash? If you come here to Kyiv and we meet, yes, I accept it, but better use the PayPal that is in the description of the stream. So guys, let me show you the flag. Here it is. Please buy tickets for it. Use PayPal as a priority. If you cannot use PayPal, please use Base. It's Ukrainian analog of Buy Me a Coffee. And here's the flag hanging there now. Let's go and show the rest of the cards. So 10. Alexander Dugin. A lot of you know this one. This is an ideologist of Russian world. Here in Ukrainian, засновник руського міра, публіцист фашистського напрямку, вважається ідеологом рашизму. So, Alexander Dugin is actually the establisher of the Russian world. He is considered the ideologist of ruscism, the Russian version of fascism, and he is publishing the publicist. Do you use that word? He's a publicist of the fascist movement. Alexander Dugin, you will follow your daughter someday, because you're a war criminal. You're a bigger war criminal than any of them. Remember this face, guys. One day you will hear the news, the good news about this dude. Propagandist, yes, one of the biggest ones, basically the creator of that so-called Russian world, Russian peace. So he goes to the deck of cards because he is still out there. He's still breathing. And Yulia Chicherina is also breathing. 9 of Spades. Віталій Мілонов. Депутат Державної думи 7 та 8 скликань, член комітету ДД з міжнародних справ від партії Єдина Росія. Another propagandist, another evil person, another ideologist, Vitaly Milonov. He's a deputy of the so-called Russian parliament, Державна дума, of the 7th and 8th gatherings, and he's the член комітету, is the part of the committee of Russian governmental Duma, which is their parliament, з міжнародних справ, of foreign affairs from the Единая Россия party, which is the joint united Russia, the creator of the author of the Russian world. Exactly. Naturally, Tucker Carlson interviewed Dugin. Yeah, exactly, because Tucker Carlson is a fucking Russian propagandist. 9 of spades. Remember, this one will get what he deserves someday. Let's go to the next card, and it's 8 of spades. Михайло Пореченков. Російський актор разом з бойовиками ДНР стріляв із кулемета по позиціях українських військових у Донецькому аеропорту. He is a Russian actor, and together with the soldiers of so-called DPR, Donetsk People's Republic, he was shooting from the machine gun at the direction of positions of Ukrainian positions in Donetsk airport. So this fucker was engaged in war since the very 2014. It's one of their main propagandists and basically took part in the military action himself. If I'm not mistaken, this fucker is still alive, but we will have to Google it. Let me do it. I wanted to Google Chicherina. Just give me a second. I am still here. I'm Googling Chicherina first. I think she is still alive. Yes, let's go to this fucker, Mikhailo Porechenkov. Mikhailo Porechenkov. This one is also still alive. I'm not crossing him out of this. There are still most of them are still going away unpunished, but I will cross some of them today. You will see it. You will. Because Ukrainian justice comes for them bit by bit. Next one is very known to most of you. Марія Захарова, хронічна алкоголічка, речниця МЗС Немитової. The Seven of Spades, Maria Zakharova, the chronicle alcoholic, the speaker here of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nemita. Nemita is unwashed. That's how we Ukrainians call the Russia unwashed. Like we don't add Russia, we just say unwashed. That means Russia, unwashed country. So this chronicle alcoholic is one of the biggest contributors, and she is still going away with it. Leonid Pasічник. He is the ватажок of терористичного групування Луганська Народна Республіка. He is the head of the terrorist group called Luhansk People's Republic, still alive, still walking this earth unpunished. Getting him into the deck. Next one, the pretty famous one. How do you call this type? This suit, guys. How do you call this suit? This is the new suit for me. It's not spades. How do you call this one? Valery Gerasimov. He's the general of the army, the head of the general quarters of the armed forces of so-called Russian Federation. He's the first deputy of the Minister of Defense of Russian so-called Federation. Clubs. Ace of clubs, right? Thank you, guys. Ace of clubs. And he's the ace of them, Valery Gerasimov. Remember his face? I hope he's gonna end up in Hague, but I doubt that. Those people rarely end up punished, rarely end up in prisons. Next one, and I want to take a quick pause and remind you guys that there's a new article on Inform Napalm's website. By the way, guys, any of you, please tell me, did any of you read the previous articles that I recommended? Do you know? Did you read some of that material? Thank you. Alexander Zhuravlev. Alexander Zhuravlev is the king of clubs, and he is the General Colonel, Commander, or Colonel General, Commander of Commander of the Forces of the West direction, let's call it Okruh. I don't know the word, and I don't have much time to check. He is the commander of the western part of the armed forces of so-called Russian Federation. Here he is. Let me check my PayPal if I need to mention any donations. Maybe someone bought the tickets for the flag. Let's see. Yes, Colonel Sun bought 5 tickets, $50 donation without any comment. Thank you, Colonel Sun. Maybe someone else wants to buy tickets, guys. Thank you. The flag and the Christmas decorations. We have another red cat here. And the penguin in the red scarf. And this beautiful Bandera bird. Please buy tickets. Please also donate to this campaign. So much I ask from you, but I, as a fundraiser, this is my work, first of all, and secondly, I don't have any other choice because I have requests from soldiers coming in every day, and sometimes I am lucky and like every week, like once a week, but mostly it's multiple times a week, and I have the ability right now, together with you, to raise funds to close one big fundraiser during like some period of time. It's not that easy. Okay, let me check the Nefertra campaign. Yes, Tune, I got your donation plus 100 euros. Thank you. And Robert Janosar just donated to the base. Let me check it, Robert. Yes, thank you very much, Robert. 10 tickets for rollers. All tickets are for rollers this time. Thank you, Robert. Very generous of you. So, Alexander Zhuravlev. Let's see if that one is still unpunished, but I don't think he is. I think he is still unpunished. Let's check. Alexander Zhuravlev, yes, he is still unpunished. Next one, Margarita Simonyan. You all know this propagandist, Russian propagandist. She's the Russian propagandist of Putinism and ideology of Russism in the media space of Russian Federation, the head of the channel Russia Today, which operates all over the world, guys. Russia Today is one of the biggest contributors to the war crimes. So she is the queen of clubs, and she is still out there, still operating, still, making a lot of people killed. Evil cow. Yeah, she is. Next one is the Jack of clubs, the Joker, Dmitro Peskov, press secretary of the president of Russian so-called Federation. Вы знаете, это не та тема, чтобы говорить президент сам. He has that voice. Here's a small impersonation. That one is still unpunished, and let's hope he's going to be punished someday, because it's really, all is really uncertain for now. The judiciary system of the free world is not very successful. It's not successful at all. Viktor Zolotov. He's the 10 of clubs, and he is the general of the army, director of the federal service of the National Guard army of the Russian so-called Federation. Viktor Zolotov. I think this one is also still, it could not be crossed. Let me see. This one is 70 years old already. And this one has committed big war crimes. Yeah. Let me see, when was he born? Yeah, that asshole is still kicking. Remember him. This one is also in this pack of cards. Pretty. I don't think you're surprised, guys, that Alexei Navalny in Russian, in this not club, in what of cards? Deck of cards. He is the Russian politician. He was denying the necessity of returning the Crimea to Ukraine. And he is also a tool of Russian imperialism, also one of the I don't think he committed any war crimes, but he is definitely an enemy of Ukraine, and he is the first one in the deck who could be crossed out. Putin did it himself, so Alexei Navalny is being crossed out. This one is going back to the... Yeah, here it is. Crossed out. Let's go. I wonder if YouTube will ban me for this, crossing out people. Yeah, I gotta collect them all. Sergei Leonov, the Eight of Clubs, deputy of the Russian governmental Duma, their parliament, so-called, from year 2021. He's under sanctions of US from 2014. I don't know this guy, but he is still alive because I would have definitely hear about him. But let's check. Sergei Leonov. Sergei Leonov is Leonov Sergei Dmitrovich. Yeah. This one is 41 years old. Sergei Leonov, another war criminal. This one is also still kicking, and you know him. His name is Vladimir Gundyaev. He calls himself Patriarch Kirill, and he's the head of the terrorist cult of Moscovian Patriarchy. That's what's written here. The head of the terroristic cult of Moscovian Patriarchy. Remember this face? This one will get his justice someday. Let's hope he's not going to die peacefully in his bed, because he is one of the biggest war criminals out there. Not crossing him out yet. Well, anyway, next one is Denis Pushilin. Another war criminal. He is, I am translating it to you, the war criminal head of the terrorist organization called DPR, Donetsk People's Republic. Where does one get these? They are not for sale. You're getting them only either winning them on some rare, like once a year, auctions or raffles of Inform Napalm. Here's the organization, Inform Napalm. They are creating these. They are plastic, good quality. And here it says, this project was created by the team of Inform Napalm, supported with the support and help of people about whom we'll definitely tell you after our victory, not for sale. So you cannot get them. You can only either win them somehow, or you need to help Inform Napalm. I helped them just a tiny bit, but one of their volunteers met me and gave this to me. This pack of cards, also a coin for 10 years, 10-year anniversary of Inform Napalm, and what? Also a patch of theirs. I was so honored and so lucky to get that, and I don't think I deserve it. But thank you. I'm very grateful. Next one. Denis Pushilin. I just shown him to you. Most of you know him. So he was the head. He is still a head of the terrorist formation called Donetsk People's Republic. It's not a real republic. It is so-called Donetsk People's Republic. So-called, guys. Never say those 3 words without so-called before that. Okay, thank you. That will be fair. Next one, how do you call this suit, guys? The spades of suit is Valentina Matvienko, the head of the Council of the Federation of the Federal Gatherings of Russian so-called Federation. This one is also very evil and one of the hearts. So the Ace of Hearts, yeah, it's so obvious that you call it hearts because it's basically hearts. Are basically hearts. So Valentina Matvienko should get justice someday. Let's hope for that. She goes back to the pack because she is still kicking. Next one, the King of Hearts, Alexander Chaiko, Colonel General, the commander of the Eastern Russian, let's call direction of the armed forces of so-called Russian Federation. I think this one is also still unpunished. Alexander Chaiko. Give me a second. Yep, this one is still walking this earth. Oh, if you could only see how ugly he is on other photos. He is so much better on this photo than on most of them. So yeah. Next one, and this one is special. He's a traitor of Ukraine. His name is Ilya Kiva, and he was liquidated last year by our security service of Ukraine. He was hiding in Russia, somewhere close to the Moscow, and he was found there. Ilya Kiva is the traitor of Ukraine. He had a very dirty mouth, and he got what he deserved. He's a collaborator and traitor. That's what these two say. He was a big liar, very, very ugly person, one of the worst of them. So this one I am happily crossing out. Yeah, nice. Getting it back into the deck of cards. And next one is Ramzanka Dyrov. The main condom, so there's kind of a pun here at the bottom, Handon, but because he is always saying Don, 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 I am Don, very Don, and this is why he's Gun Don, which is a condom in Ukrainian, of the Chechen, the main condom of Putin in Chechen Republic. Yeah, this one should get his justice someday. Next one, the Queen of Hearts, Volodymyr Solovyov, Russian propagandist, a news reporter, the TV show host, and the rupor, if you use that word, guys, of Kremlin. Solovyov is still too influential and too alive, and he's going back to the deck. Rick, you deserve it. You are a force of multiplier. You're a wonderful investment in the future. Don't doubt it. You're doing an excellent job of raising funds and being one of the voices of Ukraine. Thank you very much. It's very pleasant to read this. But I am working too much, and I don't see how I can sustain the same level of fundraising if I work less. I just don't know. And I am burning out lately, guys. Thank you for Jonesy for $20 for whatever is needed. You have 2 tickets for this awesome flag and for the Christmas decorations. Guys, please send more donations because I need to finish the stream in 15 minutes already, and I need to ask you to donate now. Morning, Rick and Chad. Hello, Kenty. Next card in the deck is King of Okay, how do you call this one? I think it goes back for a bit, because here we have the 9 of hearts, and it's Yevgeny Prigozhin, the orc, or the ogre. Yeah, he was probably the ogre of Russian army. He is financing the private military company of Wagner. So this dude, he should have finished what he started, and he should have marched up to the very Kremlin, and he got what he deserves. He's done, he's going to the deck. Next one is Ihor Kostyukov, the 8 of hearts, and he is an admiral, the head of the main directorate of general staff of the armed forces of so-called Russia. Did you see your new nickname given you by JP, the fundraising demon? Yeah, I'm definitely not a saint, so probably I am a demon. I am the fundraising demon. I know there are a lot of Christians there. Please forgive me, I'm a kind demon, a loving demon. You are from Russia? No, I am from Ukraine, and Ukraine is not Russia. And if you want to troll, then what? Then I'm gonna swear at you. But if you don't want to troll, and if you're really asking if I am from Russia, then no, I am from Ukraine. So this one, the 8 of hearts, is Ihor Kostyukov. I told you that, and I think he is still not brought to justice. Let me Google him. I'm Googling him, and he is still 63 years old. There he is. Put him back into the deck, and here's Grigory Azarionok, the main Belarusian propagandist, the 7 of hearts. So this dude, or maybe you don't know him, but he's the main, and he's crazy, guys. He's even worse than Solovyov. He's even more cringe than Solovyov. This dude, you gotta remember his face. He's pretty young, but he brings a lot of contribution to the genocide that Russia is committing against Ukraine. Okay, Rick is from Donetsk, and Donetsk is Ukraine. Exactly. Donetsk Oblast, Makiyivka is my homeland, and this one is still kicking. Let's go to this one, another traitor of Ukraine, Anatoly Shariy, the 6 of hearts. He's the smallest rank there in the deck, in the hearts. So he's the pro-Russian propagandist. He is financing the terroristic organizations of Luhansk and Donetsk People Republics. This dude, can you imagine? He is a Ukrainian traitor, a politician, kinda. He created his party once, and he's been trying to take some of the power here in Ukraine too. So this dude is very dangerous. He lives in Spain, and he keeps spreading the Russian propaganda in Ukraine. Can you imagine? A lot of not so clever Ukrainians still listen to this dude, but not a lot. Like, I think a few 100,000 still follow him. So this dude is a big traitor of Ukraine. He's a pedophile, by the way, guys. Also, he is charged with pedophilia. So he's a typical pedophile in Russian pedophile club, just like Scott Ritter and the other propagandist. Most of the pedophiles will join Russian club someday and be their propagandist. Remember this fucker. He's a huge traitor of Ukraine. He goes back to the deck. He is still unpunished, and he is still spreading Russian propaganda. Next one. How do you call this this suit, guys? This is Serhiy Shoigu. You know him. He's the general of the army, minister of defense of Russian so-called Federation. Exactly, Colonel Sun, typical pedo. Rick likes all kinds of music, especially Aziza. I do. Hello, brother. What is the Please Explain? Is this Please Explain? This is the deck of cards, which is called the deck of the beaten ruscism. Ruscism is the Russian version of fascism that Alexander Dugin, he's also in this deck. He created that concept, and Russian world is basically an empire that needs to constantly expand, that needs to kill people, that needs to salvage resources, enslave people, torture them in the concentration camps. And guys, there are no more donations on my PayPal. No, one more from Quite Tired. Flag tickets, please, Rick. Respect and regards, Quite Tired. Maybe someone else, because only 3 donations during this one. Maybe someone else sends some money to my PayPal, because I need to finish in about 8 minutes already. I'm just finishing the deck, and then I'm gonna go, because I still have some stuff to do, and at least diamonds. You call them diamonds. Okay, so Shoigu is the ace of diamonds. General of Army, Minister of the... Oh, not anymore. He's not a Minister of Defense of Russian so-called Federation anymore, but he's still in Russian, amongst the Russian elites. See, he goes back to the deck because that fucker is still unpunished. Next one is the King of Diamonds, Alexander Lapin. Oh, we know this one. He's the Colonel General, the commander of the Central Military Direction of the Armed Forces of so-called Federation. King of Diamonds, still alive, still unpunished for his war crimes. That dude has done a lot of war crimes during the full-scale invasion and before that. Next one is the Queen of Diamonds, and you all know this Russian propagandist, Olga Skabeyeva, Russian journalist slash propagandist, Ukrainian phobe, and here's Zlibny Bachok, like the toilet, yeah, basically. They called her like that. She needs to get her punishment, and she is still not brought to justice, so she goes back to the deck. The Joker, the Jack, not the Joker, yeah, the Jack of Белорусsia, Олександр Лукашенко. Посібник російських воєнних злочинців надавав територію Білорусі як плацдарм для ракетних ударів та наступу на Україну. He is the minion of the Russian war criminals. He was given the territory of Belorussia as a plацдарm for the rocket strikes and invasion of Ukraine. This dude escaped the will of his people. This dude escaped the justice, but it will get him someday. Lukashenko is pretty known, and he goes back to the deck unpunished. Next one, number 10 of diamonds, Volodymyr Shamanov. He's the Colonel General, commander of airborne forces of Russian so-called Federation Army, підрозділи яких, the units of which was taken part of the Russian military aggression against Ukraine. Volodymyr Shamanov, let me Google him fast, but I think that fucker, the commander of the airborne, is still not punished. Yeah, 67 years old still. Yeah, this fucker goes back to the deck. We have just a few cards left. Let's see. Ivan Akhlabystin. He is the Russian actor, director, and screenplay writer. He is known by homophobic and anti-Ukrainian chauvinist statements. The 9 of diamonds. Ivana Khlebistin was the one screaming on stage in Russia in 2022. Remember? Goida! Goida! Basically one of the main propagandists and a crazy, crazy dude who needs to be punished for the war crimes that he is part of. Next one, 8 of diamonds. Yuri Kot. He is the traitor of Ukraine, and he is the follower and worshipper of the terrorist formations LPR and DPR, Luhansk and Donetsk People's Republics, collaborator of Russian so-called Federation. Let me Google him, but I think this one is still unpunished. Yuri Kot. Yeah, this one is still 48 years old, and he will pay for his treachery. Next one, and almost the last one, is also still alive. Volodymyr Saldo. He's a collaborator of Russian Federation. I mean, he is originally Ukrainian, but he is a traitor. During the Russian invasion in Ukraine, he was appointed the head of the occupational administration of Kherson. This Volodymyr Saldo is still unpunished, and he will be someday. Last one in the deck is the 6 of diamonds. Eduard Basurin. He is the war criminal. He is a part of the terrorist organization called Donetsk People's Republic, the deputy of the commander of the Corps of Ministry of Defense of that so-called republic. Eduard Basurin, if I'm not mistaken, is also still unpunished. Let me check. Yep, still 58 years old. This one is a Russian, a part of the first invasion in 2014, and I think he's still part of it. Anyway, this is the end. The whole deck of Informed Palms, deck of the Beatem ruscism is here, and we crossed out only 3 members of this deck. Can you imagine how many big contributors to the war crimes against Ukraine are still out there, unpunished? And it's just the most famous of them, and not all of them, because you cannot put all of them into the pack. So, yeah, that's it, guys. It's a game called Russimon Collect Them All. Yeah, like Pokemon, but Russimon. I got you. Thank you guys for being here. I think I just am gonna check the donations last time, and I'm gonna go and finish the stream because I planned this one to be short. Yeah, for around 4 more euros someone donated to our Nefertra campaign. And maybe someone on PayPal? Yes. I think, yes, 2 more donations here. One from Baltar, $50. Baltar, you have 5 tickets for that flag behind me. And for the Christmas decorations. And $25 from Silver Earth. Slava Ukraini, Heroям Slava. Heroям Slava, my friend, thank you. That's it, guys. 102 likes, pretty good. Please don't forget to share this one, because this deck is very important, and please remember that you will maybe gotta take the estafette, I don't know if you have the word, of crossing out the faces, one of you, in this deck of cards, because we're fighting them, and yeah, anything can happen. Suckman deck. Not funny. Low taste. I upped my membership. Did you see, Rick? No. Let me see it. I am very grateful to you for that, and will be a huge support. Cheryl. A javelin now. Awesome. Thank you. So you were a stinger before. Okay, thank you. Now I get it. Yeah, so here's a stinger, and right after that, there's a javelin. Yesterday. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And also to mention the donation from Marino, our former mod. Hi, Rick, your ex-mod here. Some support for yourself. Thank you very much. And also, I got a shout out the resubscription of Silver Earth and Holy Oblation as a HIMARS. Thank you guys. I know that it's, it means a lot to me. I just don't want to spill anything that you don't want me to. Thank you also, Robert Jonestar, for donating today. Thank you, everyone, for sending the donations to my PayPal, and also 2 donations to our NAFA truck campaign. The big one, here's the QR code if you still haven't got the patches, if you still haven't supported that campaign. We have a pretty ambitious goal of 90,000 euros, and at this second we have raised, let me see, we have raised the, one more donation went through, I think 200 more euros, so we're on 11,875 euros and 80 euro cents. This one is with Roman Trochimets. We have his patch there. Let me show you the patch real quick before I go, so maybe some of you would like to support that one. But before I go, I want you to also tell me once again, because I missed that in the chat, if some of you checked the campaigns, not the campaigns, the articles of Inform Nepal, which I am advertising here. And guys, I remind you that they launched the new article, posted the new article today about how sanctions for once worked. Maybe not for once, but most of them are bypassed by Russia. Here are the patches on our current NAFA truck campaign, which we are aiming to get 4 trucks to 4 different units, and and also 3 generators and 3 Starlinks. Yeah, that's it. And that's the 3rd patch, which is a Javelin, which Roman Trochimets was an operator of in the beginning of the full-scale invasion. Thank you guys for everything you do for Ukraine. Thank you for being amazing. You made my day much better. Thank you guys. You made my day much better. These are the best patches ever. Yes, and what about the articles? Did you read them, guys? Please let me know. They would be great on dartboard. Yeah, exactly. Will be cool. Take care, Rick. Thank you. Giancarlo, thank you, everyone. Roberto Baggio, thanks, mods, and hello, Rick. You're a legend, buddy. Thank you. Just a bit hard these days. So thank you for all the extra support and extra donations today, guys. It supports me a lot, because when I am achieving the goals, I feel much better. I feel like I am doing all of this not in vain, and I'm really doing a good job. So, and that is possible only by closing those fundraiser, basically, because this is my main goal, and the secondary goal is fighting Russian propaganda. I'm not best in it, because there are some key players in this who are really good at debunking that, and I'm mostly focusing on advertising the raffle items and basically dragging the money out of you. That's my work these days. Not that I like it so much, but I I am honored to do it, but I also like it. Some part of me likes it. $50 donation from Danielle. 5 tickets. Thank you, Danielle, and thank you, everyone. I need to finish it for today. Love you guys. Please live long, prosper, and donate. And don't forget to, what? I don't know. Stay positive in these dark times, which I cannot brag with, you know. Much love, guys. Slava Ukraini. Love you all.